Good morning. Technical difficulties. Nope. Huh. Let's see what we got going on. Hold on. Get out of that. Hmm, This. Here we go. I found it. I had to remember how to do this. 1 minute later, I actually, yeah. See if I can somehow. Is it working? Are you there? Let's check to see if we have audio. Is my audio going? Scene one. Audio input. Audio output. It's locked. Let's see what it's got going on for. What is it using? Headphones. Okay. Let's see if that is doing anything. Okay. Output, input. Oh, no, this is what I want this for. Okay. That is done. Okay. And then we'll go back into audio output because I want it to go into. Hold on. Ah, I got this. Totally got this. Does it? Let's hit default. Default? Does it work? I don't know. I don't know if it's going to work. We will see what it does. I don't know. Is it working for you? 2.5 minutes. Am I good now? Am I good now? No, that is not. Hold on. I don't think that's working. Is that working? Audio input capture. Okay, so that one. Audio. Done. All right, so let's go back to default. Okay, and see what that does. Does this work now? Desktop audio. Is that audio mixer? Is it working? Is it working now? No, I don't think it's working. Is it working? Oh my gosh. Is that working? Okay, 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 okay. Okay, 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 okay. Ah! I don't know. Why does that say 0? Is it supposed to? Ah, hold on. I don't know. What is it seeing? What about this one? No. What about this one? No. Okay, this one. This one looks about right, but is it right? I don't know. Why is it? I don't know. Is it working? Well, what happens when I put it on here? Okay. Is it working? Is it working? My tech guy might not be available. I don't know. I don't know what changed. I think it's working. Yeah, it's probably working. I don't know. Let me check. What is this? No, I don't want to share. Okay, so what happened is that for unknown reasons, previously, technically, it stopped using a third-party capture device through software capture device to manage all my filming on YouTube. And now it's decided to use it again for some unknown reason, some sort of update. I don't know. Scared. Okay, so I'm just gonna get started this morning. Groggy. Welcome to the Wise One channel. I am your host, Little Guy. Oh, I still got a pinched nerve I forgot to deal with. Take care of my health. And I gotta start teaching the kids to take care of their health. If it's not. Oh. Oh. So here we are. This is the find my so far this is the blanket. Ta-da! Like, is it gonna fit? I don't know. It'll just fit the bed. It's gonna just fit slightly. I don't. We will find out. I am looking forward to finding out. Because if I say, oh, I don't know what I'm doing, people have associations with not knowing what they're doing with. Like some failure or something, and then they have association that failure is bad and it's negative, and they want to rid themselves of negative. I, on the other hand, I'm just like, hey, let's find out where this goes and see what we'll do with from there, and then maybe learn more about it. The shadows are playing where it's difficult to do this. So this is what I've been. No, this is not what I've been up to. This is what I'm getting back into, and see what I can do. No, my eyes are horrible for this. The lighting. Fix the lighting. Nothing is right for this today, and sometimes that's what happens, and that's the natural part of living life. So on your off days, what do you want to do about it? I'm choosing to leave you here to look at this mess that I have with unmade bed, unmade, and just crocheting. Fix the lighting. That may be make it so that it's overexposure. I'm not totally sure. I just adjusted it, and nope, I don't think it's working. The shading. Because now my eyes are blind. Yeah, no. And then I've got another problem with some pinched nerve in the back of my back by my hip, like a sciatic nerve. It helps the whole side of my back. And causing certain headaches and stuff. So I take medicine, and medicine is helping, but I've got to use that relief the medicine is bringing and treat it. Help if I knew what's causing it. I can't tell if I'm bloated because the nerve is pinched or if the nerve is pinched. If the nerve pinched is caused by the bloating or is causing the bloating. Yeah. And the one is feeding the other. So I have to figure out how to treat it. Or if it's his feet that are messing with him and he's got issues. Yeah. Take care of this, take care of that, and take care of the other. So I'm doing a single stitch row of single stitches. Relatively, I don't know what I'm going to do about the fact that it is not straight. Life is not straight. Why would I have a blanket that's straight? Yes, make it aesthetic. Make it look cool. I am fun to see. Ren Fair like. With a pink. It's not associated. That's what I happen to find in the thrift store. That is thrift marketing. Ragazza. So I now have to host sewing thrift. Just scared of me because I don't know what I'm doing. I just know it gets done. So there's steps that I like. And once I figure it out, I'll be like, how did I not know? Alright, and my kids did wake up and I have hardly anything done. So I have to wake up, or I have to move from a little rough start to the morning. I talked a lot. This is what I do in the mornings. I talk, that's my natural me. Whether or not to turn it out or whether or not to utilize the fact that I talk. Our lies and what we utilize. And that is our family motto. That's all. Or at least what I'm implementing to be the family motto. Don't know if family agrees with it. Or if they'd like to put their own inputs or what they'd like to do. But I know it's a personal motto at least. I'll have to make a sign for our lives with what we utilize. And power unchecked is very potentially harmful and destructive to some and very helpful and healing to others. That I do know. So, our other property that we have yet to move into because we have some occupants that aren't paying and that are pretty much not able to. They're going through some depression and some, what do you call it, burnout. Alright, so it's just little, this is what's left of this window. I like it though. I really like the Lions brand. It's expensive. I wish I knew to make money to help pay for the rest of this blanket. Get support from my 20 subscribers, or yeah, and help support my 20 subscribers too. That's the other thing, is that how can this channel support you and how could you support us? So Because I know Unicorn Living, Netherlands, you were Christina. I want to make sure I say that right. Christina. It's gorgeous. Gorgeous soul. Who watches and comments sometimes, just tracks occasionally. She's got social media. I'd love to support. I was thinking about what words wisdom that I could live by. How I'd love to just put up walls, except for the fact that I don't share these walls. Or I share these walls. I don't have these walls alone. I share these walls I don't have. No. I have a project. And a lot of my projects fall to the wayside. They have so much potential. Oh, so much work got to do. And a lot of it has to do with believing in the results and believing and having the confidence in myself to be able to achieve that end result. That's what matters in this ability to create dull and preferable and things, how this works, how this life works, how this goes. Ouch. Mm, ouch. Mm, eh. I keep losing the thread. I don't know if it's because I'm not as good at it, or the wrong needle hook size, or I have the wrong tension. I'm holding the wrong tension, or I have it too close to my face where I can't see it. From farsighted. Glasses only go so far. Busy, busy, busy. I have to figure out how to make plans, and do stuff, and organize stuff, and get into the life, and yeah. How to maintain friends, how to make friends. I don't have to, but I'd like to. Like to executive function. I'd like to be able to make plans, execute plans. You can make the plan, but executing the plan takes a different part of the brain. There's one TikToker girl, she was like, I found this hack. You just write yourself a list, but you pretend to be two different people. She's gonna change your clothes. It's just gonna. And I'm wondering, like, is it executive function? Can you split, or should you split executive function into a split personality? The one who executes the plan and the one who devises the plan? Can they be split? All right, you've got so in like lore things of older cultures that I've been watching and understanding what I've been that's been explained to me. So that in these older cultures, there's somewhere you live with dual, dual souls, and you have these things. And then spiritually, people come back to in modern times talking about higher self and lower self and your physiological self. So you have your emotional, and some people like name their disability issues, like the debilitating traits of their design and their ADHD. So we can't really blame attention deficit disorder uh, as much as you could blame the inability to attend to higher or prioritized items of tasks. To stay on task. To stay on task is the disorder because that is the fact that it is not an acquired skill, it becomes debilitating. So you have to accommodate for it. So I've come to conclusion that I want to move forward with an experiment and see if it works is that I no longer see myself as disabled, so I see myself unaccommodated. Because accommodating my 5-year-old, the doctor's like, oh, you can't say they have autism. Like, well, I mean, don't judge it to the fact that they might not have autism. They might just be a kid growing up. I'm like, sure. I mean, he's missed the first some years of her life where it was debilitating for her to function. But then we were accommodating and accommodating and accommodating. And, we started with this neurodivergent journey. And my now kid, with her extra rest and doing whatever she wants to do, can now accomplish the same things that her neurotypically labeled components can do in social situations. If she's at the library or at a public setting, she interacts beautifully with those around her. She is compassionate and generous with sharing toys, and she interacts and she gives them attention. She can also play with her toys, and she speaks, and she has as if autism delayed as if delayed development really isn't a thing. She isn't yet reading, and I'm not worried about it. They accommodate for her reading, and I try to make it easier and easier for her to read and stuff. She's that barrier that she feels like is there against the hook on phonics, but I keep accommodating and make it so that, oh, wait, that barrier, that difficulty with hooked on phonics or difficulty to read, let it fade away. Let it just fade away, which may or may not work for a child that isn't mine, depending on the child, depending on their needs. So my child is of this need. And it makes it easier and easier and more reading. And so I'm not as worried. If I can't find the means to accommodate, then I will stress. But I'm finding less and less stress, and I'm finding healthier and healthier things. And I'm seeing where I need accommodations. And I'm looking at where I do so desperately need accommodations in order to function. Whereas you're like, oh, she doesn't have any disabilities. Yeah. So I can have a successful, happy, I can pursue my happiness. That is my goal so that I can enjoy a happy life and so that others around me are just as capable of enjoying their happiness that they seek and to live with their happiness that they are in. So the experience and the ability to function and the ability to do um, stuff is important. And I'm noticing where it is and isn't in my life. Yeah. And I'm hoping that my friends find their accommodations. So I'm sitting here in that moment of silence, I'm sitting here trying to put together how would I put these thoughts out to the video, out to the podcast. And that's the difference. So I'm getting more and more wise, and I feel like, oh, I've been wise this thing the whole entire real. I know as soon as I feel that I need to go seek out more wisdom, because once you feel like you know it all, that is when you know to seek out more knowledge, more wisdom, because that's where the leveling up is about to occur, and you're about to come to a point where you, at the dead end of how far your knowledge and wisdom can take you, you're going to come up to a project where you're about to level up. Yeah. How long did it take? That's not too long, 20 some minutes. But this stops. It doesn't feel like that far. Short amount of time. So I will get better and better and better at crocheting and more efficient, and crocheting my skills will build. And cleaning skills and the skills of balancing life. I'm trying to give my kids a way that they can grow into their skilled life, the skills that they may need to build their life however they want it, need it, or it's for them. Yeesh. I hope you guys can hear everything okay. I hope that this is recording well or streaming well, because I have more practice that I have to put into the tech savagery. Savagery? Savagery sounds like savage. I have yet to build more tech skills and more psychic skills. So I've been trying to figure out what part of being, neurodivergent, psychic, and emotional, and empathetic, trauma response, getting denervation. It just seems like denervation, but really it's quite an algorithm. It's just regular stuff. People are like, "Oh, this is all supernatural," and really, it's not. It's not all woolly lily. It's just regular stuff like cooking a wondrous meal, and people are like, "I'm bees," who don't know how to cook. People who read write to those who can't read or write. It's got to look magical. And science, being able to, watch a chemist work, it's got to be as mysterious as watching an alchemist achieve, stuff growing up, achieve stuff in the age of alchemists. So, I mean, crochet, some people are like, "Oh, I wish I could do that. I want that." And to me, it's just, you just do it, and this is the result. And I'm like, to me, It's like, oh, it's easy. But as you're learning, there are some difficulties that you may not get, that may be difficult for you to achieve. Yeah. And I'm like at a point where I'm like, I'm not nearly good enough. I can't get my ends straight. Somebody who doesn't yet have the skill to crochet a little bit would be like, wow. Or they'd be like, I could probably figure out how to do it better, which isn't hard. It's like, I'm like, they could probably outskill me. I'm not looking to be the top skilled type of person. Yeah. Just, yeah. Let's see if I did this right. Looks good. So now it's got a reddish, this purplish brown, brownish thing is now reddish brown. Yeah, that's so cute. Alright, that's done with that. I'm gonna have to get everything ready before my troublemaker. Okay, it goes over here. My troublemaker gets up. She might need extra sleep, brain development, and all that. Alright, so that looks like that might be straight. Might be. I don't know. This is not straight. Neither am I. Rolls are pretty good. That's a pretty blanket. Yep, yep. Do I have a twist? I have a twister. Do I have it twisted? Do I have a twist? How do I have it twisted? Oh. There we go. I have to go figure out breakfast. The family. Oh man, this would be a cute little throw, but I want a blanket. It's in the cute box. It's not gonna fit in this box afterwards. I'm gonna have to figure out what to do. Oh, this fell out. Okay, so it's like okay, like okay. So yeah, crocheting. All right, so I will see you guys tomorrow. I did not last weekend do very well. So yeah. Oh, oh, take care of my body. There's a lot of moisture in the air, causing a lot of throat issues. Take care of the body. Oh, bloated. I gotta build a healthy my body up. There's no baby. This is just how my need for being active. It's my body telling me that this is what results from inactivity. This is how it's going to store the fat. This is the way that it's going to do this. It's going to make sure that I'm okay should that stress from being in a recession affects me. And this is that part of my life, yeah, it's where I gotta. So yeah. Yeah, so I will see you tomorrow. I love you guys. Love. Love you. Love you. Until next we meet. Have a good one.